Okay, to begin, what we're going to do is we are going to flip this thing upside down. I should probably kind of give credit to where credit is due. A lot of this is actually something that I myself picked up from a video, so just kind of passing on the credit. If I knew the person's name, I would say his name, but since I don't, oh well, I'll look him up. Okay, now back to business, solving the cube. What we're going to do, first things first, is we are going to be basically putting in place the colors into these middle edge pieces. So we're going to do this by means of substitution. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking for these pieces up here in one of these four spots, basically these middle edge spots. Okay, so since the top color is yellow, we're basically ruling out anything that has any yellow in it. So right now we have a whopping one piece. This is both red and green. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for that spot that has red and green, which happens to be right here. So we want to put this piece down here. So how we're going to do this? We're going to put this opposite and adjacent. So this red piece, we're going to put the red opposite, but on the adjacent side. So it doesn't really apply to the green. So we're going to have the red on the opposite side, on the adjacent side of the cube. Now, when you look at what's on the opposite side of that red, it's green, which means we're going to be using the green side of the cube to do this. So this is how we're going to do it. We are going to go up. We are going to spin this to the right, and then back down again. So now we've put that in place. So the green and the red is exactly where it's supposed to be. Except now we have this one corner piece which isn't. So how are we going to put this in place without messing this thing up? What we're going to do is we're going to kind of borrow a piece. Specifically this piece. So we're just going to rotate this so it lines up with where we're going to borrow from. And here's that white piece that we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the way, bring this up, put it back in place, and back down again. Now what you notice, what has just happened, is that the red and green, that piece is exactly where it was, except now the bottom is still full and all of these edge pieces are still okay. So next we're going to look for another piece in one of these four middle edge pieces up on top of the cube. Here we have a red and blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that red piece opposite and adjacent to the red side. And what we're going to do from here, we're going to take a look at what color that the next, well, the adjacent side to the red piece is. That's blue, which means that when we do this, we're going to do it on the blue side of the cube. That meaning we're going to be using this side instead of this side to do this move. That move being bring this thing up, rotating this to the blue side and back down. Okay, so now we have the blue and the red, and just like before, we now kind of messed up that corner piece. Again, we're going to borrow, so we're going to move this out of the way, and we're going to go look for that white piece. Okay, so we're going to put this right back where we found it, and we're going to do that by getting it out of the way, up, and back, and down. Okay, so what did we do? We now have the red and blue piece, and as is, by chance, this piece just happened to have lined up, which is good because it makes everything else that much easier. So now we have basically every single piece in the middle except for this one piece. When you do the very last piece, the algorithm is a little bit different to get that done. What we're going to do first is we are going to find the piece that we need to put in there, which happens to be right here. That's green and orange, green and orange. And so we are going to put that pretty much in the same way as before, where you have the orange, and that's going to be on the orange side. So, well, it's going to be opposite and adjacent, just like before. Except instead of holding the cube this way, we're going to hold it this way. Okay. So it's still, relatively the same way, except you're just looking at the cube a little bit differently. What we're going to do is this. There's actually more than one algorithm I'll do. I think this is probably going to be the easier of the two. We're going to go up. We are going to move this away, back down, then right back where it was before. Okay? Next move, we are going to rotate the face left. Okay? And after that, we are going to spin this thing back and rotate the face down. So we just finished solving the middle and the bottom.